Let's do a tier list of all the national finals from this year's Eurovision 2026. Let's go! Hello guys, welcome back to another video here on my channel. My name is Filip, I'm jesc, and welcome back to another video. So, as I just said, I'm going to do a tier list of all the national finals that happened this season. So, to go to Eurovision 2026, we had 25 national finals. If we count also Benidorm Fest, we had 26, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, let's do it. And I have it right here, ready to put each national final on each tier. So we're going to do this by alphabetic order of the countries. So I'm going to start with Albania, so Festivali Këngë. I think Festivali Këngë since last year has been improving a lot. However, if I compare this year from last year, I think it was not really that strong, you know? So I think I'm going to put it on. Well, it's not going to be because of last year. I'm going to put it like lower, but I just felt like this year was just kind of, yeah, you know. But I still think the winner was good. I think I'm going to put it on. I mean, everything went all right. I just think it's like a lot of time. I mean, each show. I would say B. Yeah, I'm going to put it on B tier. Yeah, I was like kind of thinking where should I put it. I'm going to put it on B. Yeah. Then let's talk about Vienna Calling, the national final from Austria this year. I think the songs were not really like amazing, but the production value was okay. Like the arena was not like amazing, like something out of this world, but I think everything just worked fine. I just think like that way of announce the results was just kind of weird, but I can understand why that happened. Um, I don't know. I think everything was decent. Honestly, I think everything was alright. Like it was not really like a lot of staging concepts, except some of the songs. I would say. I'm going to put it on A. Actually, I think this show was okay. Like for a national final that actually doesn't happen a lot of times, I think this went pretty okay. Yeah. Then we go to the national final from Bulgaria that I have no clue how to say that name. I think it was like Nacionalna Selekcija, something like that. I don't know how to say the name. I'm so sorry, but I mean, I think the concept of this national final was interesting. I have to admit because they, if I'm not mistaken, I think they like put all of the most popular artists on Bulgaria, and they just made them compete with themselves. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's like a really nice concept. Then I think the concept of having like all of those phases was interesting. Like they first had like a semi-final where they had to like choose from those where it was it 15 artists? I think it was 15 artists. Well, from all of these artists, they decided, that 8 would go to the final, and then on this final, the artist will be chosen, and then we would do another round when, out of 3 songs, the public and the jury had to choose one, and then oh my god, Bangaranga came out as the winner song. So this was like actually a really interesting concept. I think I never saw a national final like this. So it was fun, actually. I didn't had the opportunity to watch it, unfortunately, but I think the concept itself was interesting. I'm going to put it on A tier. Uh, I I didn't really watch it, so I can put it on S, and I think the S tier is already reserved to some of the best national finals. But this is a strong A because I think this was a really interesting concept for a national final. And then we go to Dora, the national final of Croatia. I think Dora has been like a really consistent national final. It has been always like a national final that has been having like some good songs in the midst of all of the songs we have on this national final. But I think this year was especially good. I really liked it, so it's definitely an A tier. Uh, I can't put it on S tier because I think like the the national finals that are on S tier are just another level. But if I'm putting Dora in here, I think I'm going to put Vienna Calling on B though. I think it's fair because I think Dora is on another level than Vienna Calling for me, at least in terms of songs. I think Dora this year was really good in terms of songs. So yeah, we keep going with Dansk Melody Grand Prix 2026, so the national final of Denmark. And I think this year was actually pretty good. Like in terms of arena, they're awesome. Production value, awesome as well. The songs, I think, were pretty okay. The super final was really good. So Dansk Melody Grand Prix this year was good, actually. I'm just thinking if I should put this on S tier. I'm kind of confused though. I think I'm going to put it on A for now, and then I'm going to think about it if I should put it on S. But I think this is a really strong A tier as well. It's like a A plus, like really close to S, I would say. Then we go to Estilol, the national final of Estonia, and I would say, like, in terms of production, I think there's a lot of stuff that is lacking right now, because I felt like a lot of camera angles, a lot of stagings were kind of weird for me. I don't know, something in the production is weird, but I think in terms of arena, they're investing. Like Estonia is really doing a great job that in that part. But I think like the production itself, I already felt that last year. I think the stagings of the songs were just so weird, and I think this year was just the same. The songs, mm, I think this year was not really it. I think the last year was much better in terms of songs. This year, I think I liked, like for me, Ollie was definitely the winner, and Vanilla Ninja won. That was just so damn, you know. So I'm just thinking. I think I'm going to put it. I'm on doubt though. I think I'm going to put it on B just because of the stagings. I think the stagings were just was just not it. I don't know. It was just so weird to see some stagings this year. And then we go to the UMK, the national final of Finland. Do I really need to talk much about it? It's an S tier, of course, and it's probably it was the best national final of this year. Like the songs were amazing, the production value was amazing, the stagings were amazing, the hosts were amazing. Everything around UMK this year was amazing. It was for me it was one of the best UMKs of the last years. And yeah, I don't even have much more to talk about this because this was just so good. The winner was amazing as well. And even if Linda and Pete didn't win, which I mean, it wouldn't be any other option for me. It had to be them. But if it wasn't them, I think Finland would be still really well represented. So yeah, UMK was just amazing this year. Then we go to Das Deutsch Final 2026, so the national final of Germany. I think this was good, actually. I think it was an improvement from last year. I just think the announcement was just kind of weird because Sarah Engels were just appeared like Sarah Engels is the winner. Like she like their faces were just like swapping all the time, and it was just so funny to see that. I didn't have the opportunity to watch it as well. I just knew that Sarah Engels won, but I was like actually like I can't say I was shocked because I was like, okay, maybe Sarah has like some chances, but I was not really expecting her to win. I thought it was like between Wavy Boy or Hagatsky or even Molly Sue, and then Sarah is the winner. That was funny, I mean. But still, I think her song is pretty good. But I'm not talking about the songs. I mean, the winner song. But I'm talking about like the full package. I think from what I saw, I still have to see some stuff about this national final. I think it was consistent. I think Germany did a good job. So I'm going to put it on A tier actually. Wait. Okay, okay. Well, comparing the songs, I'm going to put it on B. Sorry, I think I'm going to compare the songs I'm putting on B. This is getting complicated for me now. So, yeah. Okay, let's keep it going with the next national final. So, next one is Sing for Greece. So, the national final of Greece, of course. So, Sing for Greece was actually a great surprise. Like in terms of like a lot of aspects, because the songs were amazing. Like we had a lot of great songs in there. Also, a lot of really mid songs, but I'm just thinking about the nice ones. Um, Even the production was much, much, much better than last year. Like definitely much, much, much better. And like the hosts were actually nice. Like I think everything was really nice, and I also like the semifinal system, and then go to the final, and then all of that points announcement, I think it worked. The qualifiers were announcement was actually pretty interesting. I was like, I was like feeling I was like on Eurovision for a moment. Like that was really intense. I really liked it because we had some surprise qualifiers and some surprise non-qualifiers. So I really liked. I think Greece did an amazing job in here. So yeah, this definitely deserves my 8 tier. I'm just not putting on S for the reasons I already explained to you because the S tiers are like perfect. Yeah, so this is a really deserved 8 tier. Greece, you did an absolutely great job. Comparing to last year, it was just much better. And yeah, the winner was amazing as well, Achilles with Ferto. Then we keep going with Sanremo. I was going to say national final of Italy, but it's not a national final. I always say this. It's a song contest they have, and a really iconic song contest. So I'm not going to talk this like as a national final, but actually as a song contest. I mean, and I think it was good. Like it's an iconic song festival, but I think the songs this year was just not it. I think there was a lot of songs that I liked, but not really enough to add to my playlist, which generally happens when I'm watching Sanremo. I think this year I had it like 5 or 6 songs to my playlist, which is already good though. But comparing that we have 30 songs, and I generally had like 15 or 20 songs actually. I think there was a year that I actually had a lot of songs. This year only adding 6 or 7. I don't really remembering. Uh, that's sad. But I still think like the rest of everything, if I'm not talking about the songs, everything is always really nice. We're talking about Sanremo. It's iconic. It's a great song contest. I'm just going to put it on 8 tier because I really feel it was not really the best Sanremo ever and like perfect in every single aspect. It's just because of that. I'm going to put it on 8 tier. Then we keep going with Supernova 2026, the national final of Latvia. Uh, and again, we also had a lot of great songs in here. The production was also good. I think that actually improved from last year. In terms of songs, I think last year was even better, but I'm not really talking about like comparing from last year and whatever, but I really think in terms of production, they improved this year. I don't know, I felt something. Maybe it's because I watched more this year Supernova comparing to last year, but I still think this year they really did well. And yeah, I'm happy with the work they did. Latvia, congratulations as well. I'm going to put it on 8 tier. Yeah, just because I would say maybe of the songs. Yeah, I would say. hmm Then we go to Eurovision LT. So the national final of Lithuania. This national final, I'm one of those persons that actually watched every single heat and the grand final. Yeah, you can say to me you're crazy because how the hell did you watch like 5 or 6 heats and you're still alive and then the final? Like not alive in the terms of like that was boring. It was not boring at all. I actually had like a lot of fun watching those heats. But also I think it's just way too much. Like I think for the Lithuanian people that makes sense because I would love to have like a Festival de Canção where we have a lot of those hits. I would love that. But if I think like as an international viewer, that's just it just comes to the part where I just say I don't have the will to watch this. I just don't want to watch this. It's just a lot of songs. I think Lithuania should think about like at least trying to reduce a bit the number of heats, or at least try to do this in a bit more dynamic way because I just think it's just a lot of hits, a lot of songs, and people just get lost at some point. I like it, but I know a lot of people are not really a fan of this selection method. So yeah, I I'm also not a fan of having like so many heats to watch, but I also like some good competition. Only, actually, one thing that I don't like as well is the results announcement after every single heat. I just think it's just like so fast because they just like present the jury results, then the televote results, and then they take a lot of time to like announce the full results. And I'm like, why are like we can just like just do the math and we can see who already qualified, or at least who goes to the second chance round. Only if happens like a draw, but. I don't know. It's just like kind of slow at some parts, and I don't like that about Eurovision LT. So yeah, just some recommendations. But I think Lithuania still has some nice songs. in the midst of everything. So I'm going to put it on B just because of that complexity. Yeah. Then we go to Luxembourg Song Contest. This year, mm, the songs were not good. I think in terms of songs was one of the worst national finals. I'm sorry for saying this, but this was really a national final that I had difficulties saying I like this. I did not. But what saves Luxembourg Song Contest is the production. The production is amazing. Like they have a great production like behind all of that. I'm just sad the songs were just not up to it, you know. Such a great production and then the songs are just kind of weak. It's a beat here just because of the production. That really saved them, I would say. Then we go to Malta Eurovision Song Contest, so the national final of Malta, of course. I think they actually maintained the level from last year. I think the songs last year though were better, but we still had some nice bangers this year. And Malta is doing a great job. Like everything, like the qualifiers announcement, and then the final. It would be fun if they had two semifinals instead of one semifinal and then a final. But I'm still okay with this method. I think it works. The hosts were great. I loved Destiny and Gaia. I loved them before. I still love them after. Like they did a great job, and they actually did a great job trying to like interact with not only the Maltese people but also the international people. I think they know who's watching. So I think that was really good from them. So yeah, I'm going to put it on A tier because I already said S tier is just like another level. It's just so complicated to reach the S tier for me because you know which national finals I'm talking about. And then we keep going with the next I mean national final. That is Selection Națională, but from Moldova. Mm, well, it was long, like long in the beginning. I was like, when is this starting? And I just got, I just didn't have the time to watch the rest. I just know that like Satoshi was the winner, and I watched the performance already. Um, and yeah, I didn't watch really much because I didn't have the opportunity to. But in terms of songs, it was kind of weak. Satoshi was like the clear winner for me. And then the production, I think they did an effort, but it was still a bit weak in my opinion, and I think they still have a long way to go. Um, it could be worse though. It could be worse. It could actually be worse. So I'm going to put it on C tier. It's not like a D. I didn't hate it. I just they still have a long way to go for me. Then we go to one of the huge surprises of this year, the national final of Montenegro, Song. It was a huge surprise. Like the songs were great, the production was there. Like I don't know, like they invested. The production was there. I really liked it. Like Song did pretty well this year. I'm really happy with their result. With the result of the national final, I mean, and also the winner, of course, Tamara was like, I was really happy that Tamara won this national final. But yeah, everything was just really good. I just think like the fact that they still don't have like a visible public, that's just sad because I think it would be really nice if they had a public. Maybe it's like the community has not really invested on Monstong still, so yeah, I still think they have a lot of work to do, but actually, like in terms of songs, it was like really nice, and the production was okay. So I'm going to put it on A tier. Like they deserve it. They did a really good job. Comparing to last year, it was much better. So yeah, congratulations, Montenegro and Montsong. Then we go to Norsk Melodi Grand Prix, so the national final of Norway. It's sad because it's flopping every single year. Like through the years, I think it's flopping for me. Because I think Norway has such potential to do an amazing work. Like Melodi Grand Prix from Norway was one of my favorite national finals when they had all of those heats, and then we end on the grand final. Because those hits were actually really dynamic, and I really liked it. It was much better than, for example, Lithuania, where they have all of those hits and it's not dynamic at all. Melody Grand Prix knew how to do that, and then out of a sudden, it's just one show. It's just one day show, and it's sad because I think it's just, I don't know. I was just like, my expectation was like, oh my god, I loved if we have a little more of like time for this show, and it's just, it's just that day and it ends already. Because I think in production is good. The problem is the songs. The songs are also not stepping up to the level. I don't know what's going on, but I really feel like it's flopping in a lot of aspects. But still, it's a B tier because I think the production is good. It's just that it's just like the only reason it's on B tier. So yeah, and this, but because the songs were just not it. And then we keep going with the next one, the national final of Poland, and this one is always a difficult one to say. The final Krajowski kwalifikacji. I don't know if I said it right, but whatever. So, it it was nice actually. I think the stagings were okay. It was not really like those staging that were like kind of crazy. I didn't meant to say this, but like baby. I just mentioned her. Sorry, but yeah, I think they did well. I just don't understand why they would like announce the results the day after. Why can't you just like announce the results on the day? I have no clue, but whatever. I think the songs were okay. There was not really a song that I actually like loved. Maybe the song Zimna Voda from, what's her name? Bazia, I think. I don't really remember. I think it was Bazia Gievont or something like that. Yeah, I think like the songs were okay and the production was alright. I don't remember if they had public or not. I don't think so. It's a B tier. I think the production was okay. There's still some work to do, but I still think they did alright. Then we go to my country's national final, Festival da Canção 2026. This year was complicated, as you know. I'm not going to really develop much about this, but if you watch Festival da Canção, if you're a Portuguese like me, you know what I'm talking about. It was a really complicated year for everyone. And I'm talking about everyone. I'm talking about RTP had a really complicated time with this. The fans had a really complicated time with this. The artists had a complicated time. It was chaotic this year for a lot of reasons. It's sad to see that Festival da Canção is such a great national final for me. Maybe I'm kind of biased, but it was always a really special national final. And I think this year it was really consumed by all of those, controversial stuff and, all of the situation around it. It was not good. It was not good. And I think it's dragged a bit down Festival da Canção this year. However, we still have to point some really good stuff, and that's why I wanted to talk first about the bad stuff, and now I'm going to talk about the good stuff. We have a bigger public. We have a bigger stage. So that's good points. I think Festival da Canção is working on it. In terms of songs, I think we had some great songs. However, we also had some not really an amazing songs, and not really competitive. They don't have to, because we know Festival da Canção. Festival da Canção is known by not having really competitive songs, but mostly Portuguese songs and strong songs to the national context. Not really for Eurovision. But if we're talking about like the general quality, it was not really like something out of this world. So if I'm going to be honest, this year I'm going to put it on B tier. I'm really sorry, Portuguese fans. Amigos, peço imensa desculpa. But it is what it is. I really think this is a B tier this year. It was not really, comparing to the national finals we have here already, it doesn't reach the level of what we had in other countries. Yeah, we have to compare in here. We have no other choice. Then we go to Romania's national final, Selection Națională 2026. So, Romania. I think Romania actually did a decent job, because when I think about the national finals of Romania and Moldova, it's generally like a really low budget thing, but I think Romania actually did well with what they had, because the songs were okay, were not really out of this world. I love the winner though, Alexandra Capitanescu with Choke Me. It's just an amazing song, perfect winner. But like in terms of production, it was okay. I think they did a nice job. They had public as well, which is always a positive thing for me. They did well. Honestly, they did well. It's not really like an A tier for me, but it deserves at least a B tier. At least a B tier, because I think they did a good job with what they had, with the songs they had. They did what they could. So, congrats, Romania. I hope you can still improve a lot of aspects, you know. You still have the time for that. Then, we have one of the most iconic national finals, San Marino Song Contest 2026. The songs, should we really talk about the songs? Should we? Yeah, not good. Not good. Like in general, not good. It was really complicated to rank the 20 songs of the final. 20, 21, I don't really remember at this point, whatever. Yeah, I just think it's like complicated because there's just so many people like trying to go to San Marino Song Contest, at least to the final. Actually, good songs stay on the way to go to the final, and then we reach the final and we're like, where are those good songs that we have been listening to? Where are they? Did they just like just got stuck like on the auditions phase, on the semifinal phase? Yeah, I don't know what happened. Of course I didn't listen to all of the songs. I just listened to some songs, and I kind of listened to the snippets of the San Marino Song Contest. I didn't have the patience to listen to all of that, but I still think they're doing a nice job because for some reason this has been like the national final I mean of the artists that actually didn't have didn't have the opportunity to win their respective national final. So if they didn't win on their country, they tried to go on San Marino Song Contest to try their luck because maybe there they can win. We have the example of Inês Neziri. She tried. Unfortunately, she didn't win. She got like fourth place or something. Sad because I think it was like one of the decent songs out of all of those. Uh, but well, it won Senhit with Superstar. It is what it is. So even though I love Senhit, the song is just something, and not going to talk about it on this video. I'm going to do a reaction about it. Oh, I mean, I already reacted to the song, so you're going to watch that really, really soon. Not on this video. So coming back to the conversation, I still think it's a C tier because it's just this national final that has like a lot of bad songs and mid songs, and I can see the production is okay, but it's just a really low budget thing. I'm sorry, and it still has a long way to go to still to be a good national final. But they're doing a good effort, so I really respect it, and I hope they can do a better job on the next few years. Then we have Pesma za Eurovision 2026, the national final of Serbia. Well, this is a complicated one because I felt like in terms of songs, we had some better Pesma za Eurovision. This year was not really a good year for me. I heard a lot of songs and I was not really a fan of most of them. And it was a lot of songs, you know? So I think like in terms of production, it went well. I think it went well. I still need to see public though. I think Serbia deserves a public on that stage though. I think that's one of the downgrades of this national final. It doesn't have like public since COVID. Like come on, COVID was like 5 years ago I think. So it's time to bring public to the stage. Come on. It's not that difficult, you know. So yeah, I really would love public because we all know that's fake applause. So I would love to have public in there. That would give like a different feeling, you know. So yeah, I'm going to put it on B. This generally is like an 8 tier national final for me, but this year a lot of stuff was lacking for me. So yeah, it's just B tier because I think the production was okay, the songs, yeah, not really amazing, you know. So yeah, we keep going with the next one, Melody Festivalen 2026. Do I really have to talk much about this? S tier. Of course. Melfest is always an S tier national final for all the reasons I could talk about. It's like a mini Eurovision, just like UMK. Like Melody Festival has all of those heats, but it's dynamic. They have only 6 songs per heat, and it's really a dynamic show. It's fast, it's fast paced, it's like dynamic, they have good songs as well, even though you can say, oh, but they have a lot of generic pop songs. Sure, but it's still a good moment, even though you can say, oh, this is so generic. You could still dance a bit. Like don't be a bummer. Come on, they still have a lot of great songs, and this year they had great songs. Like I think I added to my playlist like 15 songs from all of the songs I participated this year on Melfest. So I think that's a great thing to know. So yeah, Melfest this year was really good. Congratulations. I think it was even better than last year. So yeah, S tier easy. And then the last one, Vidbeer 2026. Another S tier because I think they have been doing an amazing job with the situation that is happening right there, right now. They're still doing a really good effort. Like they have public, the production is good, the stagings work for me, the songs are out of this world. This year was Vidbeer was amazing. We had a lot of great songs. S tier, of course. It couldn't be other tier for this national final. Like it was really really good. So yeah, a deserved S tier for me. Like a lot of stuff worked for me. So yeah, congrats Ukraine. The winner was like in the when oh my god, I'm just when Leleka won, I was like, I'm not really a fan of this. But then with the time, it has been growing on me. So it's interesting to think about that. But yeah, Vidbeer was just really nice. And so this is the tier list. I'm just going to do like a quick change in here because I think we should do at least like I feel Dansk Melody Grand Prix deserves to go to S tier. It's like a really low S tier, but it deserves because I think the production this year was really good. The songs were really good. I think it deserves an S tier. If I'm putting Vidbeer here, Dansk Melody Grand Prix also deserves to be in here. And I don't think I'm going to change anything else. I think everything is just pretty fine. So yeah, I think this is the tier list. I took half an hour to do this, but I don't care. This is it. It's my tier list. I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you like this type of content. To comment your opinions about all of what I was talking about on this video. Did you like this tier list? Do you think I should change something? Let me know everything on the comments. And also, don't forget to subscribe my channel if you still didn't do it. I would really love your support on that side because we're getting close to 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, I would love your support. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.